Yeah, this is happening. Best birthday present ever. Though, I can't shake this feeling, like I'm forgetting something important. Oh shit! You may have noticed Super Mystic Sonic's abilities are divided into categories. In this video, we'll cover vital skills, speed skills, and passive changes. We'll cover the rest in the next video. Let's start with vital skills. Most of SMS's abilities aid in surpassing your limits and give quicker methods to tackle situations, but these are crucial in surviving and changing the way you look at the game. Thus, they're all mapped to spin and jump. Let's talk about SMS's talk. Normally it's a speed talk like regular Sonic's. Riveting. But holding spin mid-jump converts this skill into a slower multi-talk that can both home into enemies and start wall jumps. You can utilize these even after a speed talk, and the stopping power is immensely useful in controlling SMS's momentum. But it's combining these two versions where the fun begins. Use the speed talk to get to your destination, whether that's a wall, monitor, or enemies. Then, use the slow version. Knowing when to switch between these two is the bread and butter, both SMS's aerial movement and combat. So I highly recommend you master this before all else. Next, wall jump by aligning a slow talk with the wall. Hold towards the wall to keep facing it, or let go of forward directions to have SMS turn 180 degrees instantly. You can get away spamming multi-talks at first, but subsequent wall jumps will be harder. For a little while you'll only get one talk before needing to recharge, so be careful to align yourself and don't risk jumping from an unstable surface if you don't absolutely have to. If you're having trouble with depth perception, don't be hasty, and wait until the thud to know you've pressed against the wall. While a little slow, wall jumping grants incredible freedom. Use it wisely. SMS's version of a spin dash is called the blind dash. It's instantly charged, so be careful you don't gently tap that spin button and fling yourself into oblivion. If you do charge it over the limit, you'll instantly gain an aiming reticle for a precision shot. If you're already spinning or running, you can hold back to charge this on the move. Use the blind dash well and it can replace or sometimes even outperform those fancy boosting powers. Curling and uncurling. When in your spring frames or after running off a ledge, you can press jump or spin to curl into a jumping state. From here, feel free to use any abilities you like. You may also uncurl from a roll, using the custom 2 or spin button. Spam dashing rapidly even boosts your speed, much like in a certain beloved game. Always remember these vital abilities and master them to amazing effect. Someone who possesses mastery over the basics outperforms anyone obsessed with overreaching with those fancy abilities. But hey, we all know you won't be satisfied until you too have performed that air boost stomp talk 180 wall jump air boost max speed stomp talk aerial haymaker. I understand. Custom 1. Speed. SMS's mere jogging speed is already faster than anything Supersonic can reach. I want to emphasize just how ridiculously overkill SMS's true speed can be if you're having trouble controlling him like this. Wield it with calculated intent, rather than treating it like the Mario sprint button. But since the option is there, it's hard to resist the temptation, right? Custom 1 is practically seducing you into pressing it. You'll start glowing if you're holding it. From here on out, SMS will sprint, his max speed twice as fast as before. You're still as vulnerable as ever though, so think carefully about where you want to use this. Sprinting leads into a lot of different things, but first, it's important to know about the air boost. The air boost is done by double tapping Custom 1. It is a committal burst of aerial speed faster than your talks, and cancels your vertical momentum. It can be executed any time in your jumping animation, even after a wall jump or talk, but it leaves you wide open.
But SMS! My skill tree is not extending to the true power of custom buttons. Does that mean I am not ready for the super mystic life?
To you, I present alternative controls. You can also perform the air boost by double tapping jump after a talk. Doing it this way also makes SMS automatically sprint at full speed, for as long as you're not actively trying to slow down. With this method in mind and the right settings in the menu, Custom 1 can become an optional button. Now then, as you successfully uphold your speed, SMS's wind lines turn into flames. Now when the sound barrier rips apart, you've entered a speed break state, which I'll call boost mode for simplicity. When in boost mode, SMS will continue to sprint automatically, getting many benefits over merely extra speed. So it's in your best interest to know how to tap into this speed and uphold it efficiently. SMS rapidly gains boost level while sprinting along the ground, very slowly while in the air. Fall below a certain speed threshold while on the ground, and you lose all of it. But if you're in the air, you will never lose it. However, you will never break into boost mode in the air either. With this in mind, go into the air when you think you need to realign yourself, and make sure you have speed again by the time you land. Other than that, the air boost, spam dash, drop dash, and dive burst are 4 other methods that increase boost level, and the air boost is the only method to break into boost mode while airborne. For practicing, I suggest turning SMS stats on in the console and going into a huge level like die.pkd. But with skillful usage, you can build boost mode anywhere, regardless of level design. Mastering this is the key to transcending limitations. It's what sets the boundaries between the good and the pros. Have a game plan in mind when you use it. Reacting on the spot at this speed is the last thing you want to try. Now there's one more speed type move, but first, let's go over SMS's passive traits. Shields work differently for SMS. You generally gain no abilities from them. Instead, the Whirlwind Shield increases your jump height. Attraction shields are temporary, and you need to double tap spin to detonate Armageddon shields. Run shoes are dangerous. SMS goes completely out of control, gaining many passive boosts while his abilities speed up tremendously. I recommend any sane person avoid these like the plague. In competitive game types, these let you use combat abilities with no ring drain instead. Chaos Emeralds only give extra rings in match. To go Hyper Mystic, you need 300 rings. SMS is merely an amplified Sonic. He is still garbage underwater. Expect many abilities to be weaker or even unavailable altogether while underwater. That said, you can just run on top of water now. Spring Power can be amplified using your moves. Vertical ones can be stomped on, horizontal ones can be spun, boosted, or foot sweeped into, and diagonal ones can be air boosted and stomped on. Some of SMS's moves can break spikes and unusually strong bustable walls and floors. Take any route you want. And you can jump out of your damage frames after a while, like an adventure. Alright, that should cover vitals, speed, and passive abilities. Well, all but one of them, the Ring Burst, one of SMS's super moves. But this one's complicated and drains a lot of rings, so make sure you have 10 at minimum to activate this at all. If you suddenly break while boosting across the floor, you'll notice SMS will start flashing. If you hold back and press jump any time before this runs out, you'll use the Ring Burst. This is a Sonic X-inspired 2-stage move that drains rings like crazy. In the first stage, you rise skywards until you either crash into a ceiling or used up 18 rings. To extend this, tap forwards or spin, and you'll enter the horizontal Ring Burst phase. Press spin again to enter Ring Burst from here on out. If you crash or run out of rings, you can also press spin to cancel the stun. Use the turning keys or mouse during any phase to control where you're going. Whew, that's it. Learn anything so far? In part 2, I'll explain action skills, transform skills, and miscellaneous things. I'll also go over SMS in competitive game modes. You'd be surprised how well all this can balance out without stripping him of everything that makes him fun. See ya!